welcome to Sail Africa 94. When Francis Drake rounded the Cape in 1580, he called it the Cape of Storms. He also called it the fairest Cape in all circumference of the globe. And this is where the World Marblehead Championships was hosted, at a place called Sikufle, located there. Let us go down to the Vlei and join in with the regatta. Welcome everybody to the 1994 Sail Africa World Championships Radio Marblehead. This is probably the last time we see the South African flag flying over an event of this nature. So let's pan back and then come down onto the group. You can hear the band playing, and we're about to welcome all the international contenders to this event. This is a view of the clubhouse, where all the events will be taking place from, with the crowd gathering. This is the jetty from which I'll be sailing. Pretty deserted now, but tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock it will be a hive of activity as the first race takes place. And there's a view of the sailing water, with Table Mountain in the background, Devil's Peak on the right.
Thank you very much. Commodore, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, sailing has been my own main passion for over 50 years now. When I was a lad, I used to build and race model boats. I stopped only because I was seduced into sailing dinghies and then keelboats. And now your competition marks a further step in the new South Africa's welcome progression back into world sport. We're all delighted at the many entries from overseas. I wish to extend a very warm welcome to you all. I know you will enjoy your visit to this magical city.
everybody this morning that what's going to happen from here onwards, tomorrow onwards, we will only be calling the team captains as far as the skipper's briefing in the morning is concerned. We felt we'd rather speak to everybody with the general briefing this morning. We've got a course board over here on the left, which will be displayed probably today inside of the window here so that it doesn't get blown away. And that's going to show the course that we...
Slim little waist. This doesn't sit right.
There's a run round of some of the boats. Look at the beauty of some of the fittings. Klaus's boat from Germany, pure Weliki. Look at some of those fittings. Look what we're looking at here.
So I can see them.
There's Eric Stone's boat. Martin Roberts' boat. This one here is the best in the regatta. And also, amazingly, the simplest. Note the fin, it's got a fairly sharp leading edge. Very nice sections, goes like a rocket. It's got no gizmos, Shazams, fancy bits and pieces or anything. The sections as I just sort of go down there, it's the most amazing hull. And coming back up again. Oh, okay, let's listen to me. P1. This is the boom in the front. And then it's slowly up the boom. That goes on there. Some details up in there. Notice that curve much closer to the mast on these conventional suits than on the A swing rigs. I'll go lower and see what it looks like at that angle. Down the mast. Good memory jogger. Terry Norris, Merrick. Waiting for the start of the next race. Down for the weather and for action. Definitely tired.
More for warmth.
It's a bit overcast. John? Play for any soccer or rugger team and it'd be welcome. This an outfit belongs to none other than Joe Robertson. Evil, speak no evil, fear no evil. Or should we say that they're the three musketeers? I did not call them three stooges. The wind is up and everybody's preparing for the first race. There's the South African team getting all excited and deep concentration, as you can see, preparing to get their boats on the water. Talk about many hands making light work. This is a case of many hands making boat work. The boats are in the holding area for the first race. As excitement starts getting quite high now. Here's all the skippers on the jetty. Note how the windsock is sticking out pretty straight. This is the leading boat, one of the Robertses. Extra round. 7. There comes the leading boat again. Martin Roberts. A full run downwind. Rounding up. that he won the European Championships with. I'm sure there's people deciding who's who in the zoo already, and this is only the first race. So they're coming down. Really going over the wires. That was the first boat round.
The American you avoid it.
Eh?
The method we need to avoid.
Oh yeah.
So gosh, you do 360.
That we got rather extensive coverage from the news about our sport. Cameron Clark is featuring rather strongly, and of course Graham Bantock amongst others, being the current world champion. From yesterday's morning paper, the Cape Times, Dr. Drumkeefe and Graham Bantock. Note the body language. John's taking his racing. When you're at the top, you're at the top with face facts. Sail changes.
Bantock, Roberts,
trimming.
Bantock, Roberts and myself having a ding-dong battle. And I'm pretty confident.
Win soccer, but the one that everybody is watching is with James is stuck on the top of the aerial of his two-way radio. That
Dead, 47 contact.
Even positioning after the start. Coming up to the buoy. Around. Let's fan in. As they went round the buoy, got a distinct advantage in coming round. Martin Roberts round first. And 12 volt clamp. Then we have Graham Bantock round next. Then Phil Plough, Chris Dix. I don't know who number 19 is. Graham's boat. Leading up.
Completed.
Master stamp.
Yes, I'm not going to laugh you, John. Don't panic.
Well,
relax in the back.
give you water, Christian.
You're 4 bird lengths now, and I'm claiming water.
Martin Roberts, there is no water in there, Martin.
Uphill. Starboard! 197, 77, 22. Starboard! 12, 144, 47.
You see on the date there, start, just a general view of the people moving around. Brenda and Jenny doing their handwork and skinnering. TV. You're not supposed to watch me. See, it's not there.
For many years.
And always the previous one. It's just that the excitement is just too much.
Right.
The only one that's paying attention at the moment. He's having fun this morning. Little Jack Russell puppy. He's endeared himself to virtually everybody here. Bayfleet skippers. Going out into the jetty. Quite a long walk. And there's a launching of this. Notice how some of them put them carefully in, and there's sometimes more casual approaches to launching the bus. The more avant-garde, just sort of poke the nose in and give it a show. And they're about lining up to start again. They're all milling around. The right you see the starboard start mark.
Contact.
Okay.
No,
That's good, yeah, but
It's good, yeah.
it'll be interesting, eh?
you mustn't go too far. You could lift up there.
Got a piece.
This is the sequence after the start, as you saw, and then rounding the first mark. Notice the lead that Martin Roberts has got on the first leg already. This is an A-fleet race. That's how the boats are all going down to lee, so they can establish their overlap on that mark that we see down there to the left of the screen. We'll just hold the recording here a bit so you can see exactly how they maneuver. And they really fight for their overlaps here. It seems to be a very important consideration. There you get it in good perspective now. We're just about in a line beam to wind. See how far they go down to leeward of the mark, and then they screw up. See them starting tightening up now. And maybe you'll hear the shouts coming from the left as they start calling for water. You can hear their calls faintly in the background as they round up. So they tactically place themselves for optimum position. This is what the yachts look like. The second leg up, Chris Dix just on the right, Martin Roberts coming through, and then the Frenchman. Let's just back off a bit, give you some kind of perspective. Notice Martin came in close to the jetty with the wind almost a true southeaster. There's the mark up there again. And once again he's taken benefit of that wind shift. And 100 meters down the course, Chris Dix was definitely in the lead. And bingo, there goes Martin Roberts around again. Swing rig full open. He goes out to the left of the picture. And the others coming through to do their sausage. Note the set of the sails. Getting a lift. Another paradox coming up. And they're round. Notice they don't waste time in getting the swing rigs open. So you can make mistakes and very easily. Okay, let's move down. Pick up the feeders. Back a bit so we can see where they're going. See how they head downwind. You can see the buoy right in the right hand corner. Hone in on it. The judge's room, as you can see. In action, just to give you the typical scene. There, and it's in irons, and another contact, and a contact, and this is the A fleet, guys. Somebody's jib has fallen down. He's got a uni rig. One of the races, pretty heady stuff. Boats locked up.
Sean Carroll, number 190. Joe Robertson, number 190, in the A Fleet.
Judges working at a protest, and they've been doing sterling efforts so far, judging by the small quantity of protest that we heard. They obviously know what they're talking about. Nobody's taking any unnecessary chances.
Okay, all those guys over the start. Come back.
You have 2 minutes to the start. 1 minute 30. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Husbands, and note the empty wallets. Oh, the rest is in the car. Notice they went shopping in the station. Planter's outfit, doing things, and lotion and bikinis, and show it to your friends and gloat. Grass.
No, it's not. That's not me.
Tiles. All that she's been dying for all week.
That's right.
Chris has given it to her. Isn't it beautiful? Just turn it a bit there, Rose, so we can catch the light. Oh,
It's my birthday next week.
and it's Rose's birthday next week. There we go. Isn't she happy? Look at that. Look at that smile. Oh, God.
Happy.
Nice.
And bikinis. 2 hats. And red hair. And lucky people in back home in the UK, other cold climates, eat your hearts out. This is what we have. This is what the ladies were enjoying at the Nationals, or the World, I should say. better than the rain, isn't it?
And say hello.
Changed again.
Beware hat of all. This rose amongst the thorns, or is it the other way around, guys? It's a thorn amongst the roses. Now, folks, the ultimate in hats.
The fan of all
Note
fans.
the fan's working.
Going as far as actually.
And it operates on a solar cell, so it only works on sunny days. But
Do you want to have a look at the solar?
Yes, please.
How low can you go? So low. Yeah.
And there's the solar cell that does the necessary driving. Isn't that something absolutely wonderful?
Made in China.
And the hat belongs to Vera.
Vera the hat man. Hat lady.
Big activity here. The wind has just come up, and that's come up from a different direction. So while they're changing the buoys, which they're doing over here, the A fleet are busy changing their sails, as you can see. A lot of sprinting backwards and forwards down the jetty. There, the countdown starting. Boats are away. Up the start at 20 seconds. A fleet. 15. 8 picture there in the left-hand side. He's going to be first round the mark. There he goes. There's a modified Mystic. And then Martin Roberts has dinged the mark, as you can see. Racing is very tense now because they are all racing very critically and very accurately. So there's no room to squeeze in any longer. Mark, first round. Crystal in the lead. There's the penalty cost Martin. The wind is swinging considerably, so this is not a very good course anymore. Crash, bang, look at it. Looks like a Sea Fleet race, this. Down the downwind mark. Second time. The beat up. Notice how quickly they get the sails round. The wind's gone light. I was just having a chat to Roy Reynolds, and he says he never knows whether I'm talking to him or to the camera. But after that flurry of sail changes from A down to B suits, the people that stayed with their A suits are now scoring. There's Chris lengthening his lead. He's kept out of trouble. So far he's done no penalties, and it pays off. Very steady, very clever helmsman. Never makes any mistakes. As they're around the wing mark again of the two leading boats, Graham and Chris Dix. They're worth watching. After all, they are the best of the best. Spread out. Here comes a gaggle. We can see all the collisions from here. We've got a very good vantage point. As you can hear, we're out in the rescue boat to get some of this footage. Fleet, this is one of the final races. This is the A Fleet. ZZ is Martin Roberts. 77 on the left of the picture is Philip Plale. And the white boat in the background, that's Chris Dix. And they're rounding up. A beautiful sequence. Notice the swing rigs operating. It's a very clever thing that is beginning to be adopted by keel boats. I'm talking about large cell size boats now. This is the tail enders of the A fleet coming downwind. Look at the spread of sail that these swing rigs present to the wind. They're superior in this type of weather to a conventionally rigged boat. They're rounding up. No mistakes so far. To the finishing line. Sorry. There she crosses over. On the second boat, Chris Dix putting in a little tack.
I want to give one a bad top finishing. So we can stick around it.
Norway. Roberts. Finn. Graham Bantock finishing.
Joe's held it, eh?
Beautiful. And here comes our South African entry.
When they're finished, I want to get a picture of the skipper standing there.
Bridge crew.
Verb, just drop your arm, please.
These are the people that have been running all these races. About 36.
Dennis, can you come and stand? On the mark. 144. Protest. 144. Contact. Oh, Sean, what are you? Protest 144. You do another turn.
197.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. Well done.
47.
No room at the mark, John. No, you haven't. Overlap 38. Right, if you could have hit me, overlap 38, you would have got it.
Well 69, 19. Having clinched the sail Africa 94.
Practice.
want some more from you. We have already your friendship. We want you to be our ambassadors as well. Yes. There are 16+ million good people in South Africa who need your support in any way you'll be able to give. Be it trust, promoting our interests, your tourism, and your investments. Please be our ambassador. Go well, and let's sail soon together again.
That we said this one is for the people of Cape Town, because for years we've been, in a sense, sidelined, and the PWV has seen as the South Africa. But people who have never seen Cape Town are willing to say, no, this is South Africa. Cape Town is. Actually, I think one of the best sons of South Africa, Alan Paton, did say in his book, But Your Land is Beautiful. And I think he was mentioning Cape Town in particular. So to be able to say, go for events like this, because they are exposing Cape Town to outside people. My name is Nonde. We have got cliques. I come from a clicking community. So I'm Nonde. And if you just practice that, by 2004, if you just walk up to me and say, Nonde, I can pronounce your name properly, would you give me a ticket?
Association of South Africa. Distinguished guest, whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce. I had a wonderful speech written here. It had sort of 45 headers. It's now been reduced to about 2, so you won't have it for long. The last 3 events for the Marblehead class were in New York, Fleetwood, and now here. In New York, we had sun and no wind. In Fleetwood, we had wind and rain. And here, we've had what we really all wanted, which was wind and sun, which has made added to all our enjoyment. When Jeff Mundy first asked if South Africa could host the Marblehead World Championship, I warned him that he would need one person on the outside for every competitor. And I actually totaled up in the program. I found that there are 37 people mentioned in the program who have been working so that the 36 skippers amongst you can have a wonderful time. Jan has thanked them all, which accounts for all the black scratching up to the line. But I think we've all had a wonderful time, and on behalf of the Modelling Operating Division of IORU, I'd like to thank you, Jeff, as the person who originated the scheme, for having put on a wonderful show. And we are absolutely delighted, I speak as the Vice Chairman of the Division of the Union. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the German team, I want to give a little thank you to the organizers to remember this wonderful event and hand this over a little award to Jeff Mundy.
From the top. Oh, yeah? Thanks very much. Oh, yeah, thank you. All right, thanks a lot. The next group. Oh, you can't believe it. I love Italians. From New Zealand. The best place.
Trying to sail in Finland, it would be impossible at the time. We have 50 centimeters of ice, and even though I have a sharp keel, I can't beat that. So the travel was well worth it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Boy, Will. Thank you.
Against the bronze medal. Please.
The surgeon. 45. Was it click?
Was it click?
Mr. Mondi. Have your ticket now.
I'll keep practicing. It was strange coming from our last Sunday before we left from Norway. We had to try the new queue. We had to see whether the boat worked. It was snowing horizontally. The ice had just left the fjord, so we could just get the boats on the water if you were careful on the jetty, which was full of ice. But we managed to get it in the water, and we went, and my wife and I said, well, it's got to be warm. Got a message from my friends back in Oslo who said it was -10 and 10 centimeters of fresh snow in Oslo. Good luck it wasn't here. You set the daunting task by inviting the top model yachtsmen of the world to come here because we are demanding. We want good wind, we want good sailing waters, we want fair courses, and you did it all. You also had the added benefit of South African hospitality, which is incredible.
Yes.
Thank you.
Transfer fees gone up. I don't know whether to be political, I don't know whether to be controversial or to be just me. So I'll stay to being me. The place is fantastic. It came out here in '87. The place was brilliant. The 60 people who are missing here are missing the best time in the world. The sailing here has been absolutely fantastic. The people I've met here are fantastic. Some people I still don't quite like. And then I meet a couple of big guys. One big guy I beat, tough mate. The guy who ran the race, I've never known the guy so quiet. Unbelievable. Everyone say, Jeff Mundy? You say, hey, he's the loud man from South Africa. Here? Have you heard the guy? I've never known. Incredible. The whole place is fantastic. The race has been fantastic. Good luck to you all. I hope everything's peace, quiet and tranquility. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guest persons. I've been to 5 World Championships now, and it's obvious that the race committee involved in this one is very definitely in A fleet. And when it comes to hospitality, they're 100 yards in front on the finishing line. It's absolutely incredible. The other thanks I'd like to give is to the competitors here. Thank you for the hard times you've given me on the water. Thank you especially for all the encouragement you've given me at other times. May God's peace rest on this country in the future.
Delighted in fact that those I approached did accept, and the first person I invited was Mary Keira. Mary Keira is well known to you all, and to all the yachtsmen around the world, not only dinghies, radio-controlled yachts, but keelboats. She's well known as a navigator, and having written books on navigation. She's written books on the road.
Organizing committees, certainly without international juries, but there is one group of people which it is very difficult to run races without, and that is the race committee. I believe that Viv James had never done any model yacht races before. I think he thought it was going to be an easy job. Perhaps he's changed his mind. But I do ask you all, gentlemen, and one lady in particular, I speak to the competitors, please raise your glasses to Viv James and his team.
I just want to say it's been super working with you people. It's been absolutely amazing on that platform, and it's been one of the incredible experiences of my race officer career. Yeah, that's one of them. It's been really a lot of fun.
Remember the dog!
And we've enjoyed every minute of it. Thanks all of you. You've given us a lot of credit.
And as we pan back to all the helmsmen with their boats gathered on the lawn. And we pan in on them individually.
Hi! Hi, Mom! Please, hi, Mom! Walk backwards. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit.
Taking the whole group of the helmsman for the Sail Africa 94. Very happy ending. And we say a farewell to some of our very good friends we've